Now on for the best of the best, it's the grand final of Countdown.
Countdown is sponsored by 7 Seas Pure Cod Liver Oil.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, welcome to Countdown on this Christmas Day, and I'm sure that every TV presenter that you've ever heard of has wished you a happy Christmas already, but far be it from me to buck the trend, say from all of me to all of you at home, Happy Christmas, and Carol too.
Happy Christmas!
And from all our audience here gathered in the studio,
Happy Christmas!
Yes, Happy Christmas, everybody, and it's just wonderful to be here, not only on Christmas Day, but with this wonderful programme, which, of course, is the grand final of this series of Countdown. The series now lasts 6 months, of course, and we started this one on June the 28th. Now, before June the 28th, over 2,000 people were auditioned to come on this series. 132 managed to get here, and now they've been whittled down to just 2. And these 2, well, I tell you, they are pretty good, but to get here was no mean achievement, because in the quarterfinals, if you've been watching that, you know very well that we've had, out of those 8, we've had 6. And we've coined a new word for them. We've had to. Octo-champs. These are people who won 8 games undefeated. So the standard has been terrifically high, hasn't it, Carol?
Oh, it's been fantastic. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's been very good. And we've had 9-letter words of plenty. We've had conundrums, even before the first light of the clock went on. It's been a wonderful series, and it now comes to the climax. So can I, without any more ado, on this Christmas Day, introduce you to the 2 gentlemen who've survived all the 6 months, and they're here now, and I'm sure they're glad they are. Welcome to Simon Cooper and Scott Mearns. Well, look, you know these guys very well now, but I'll just refresh your memory, and there's a few late details to put on them. Simon Cooper, of course, he manages the Conference Centre in St Neots. It's the most publicised conference centre there ever has been, so it should be full next year. He's got a picture of it. Let's have a look at it. There it is, very nice. Now, he brought his superb unbeaten run to 10 out of 10 yesterday with a fine win over Carol's toy boy, young Gary Woodward, by 64 points to 41. And that included yet another 9-letter word, gelatines. Now, Simon has now got a great total of 603 with a terrific average of over 60. Now, to be honest with you, he'd been #1 seed in any other series, but actually, in this series, such is the standard, he's #3 seed. So we say good luck to you, Simon Cooper. And now here's the man himself. One has to say that. I said we started on the 28th of June, and Scott was the first man in the chair. All those months ago, I've got it now on the score sheet, Bobby Johnson, 12, Scott Mearns, 80. 80. Well, that's nothing against Bobby Johnson, a great contestant. He was a champion at the time. So, well, that's Scott. He dug in deep to gain a place in today's final by seeing off the very brave challenge of the Irishman Melvin Hetherington. In a game that went right down to the conundrum, Scott just showed how good he is by spotting earthworm after only 2 seconds. He edged home by 68 points to 51. Now, Scott is a student of social policy at Leeds University. He's a resident of Montrose. When he was on in the early rounds, we said that it's the best thing that's ever come out of Montrose. We want to give Montrose a lot of publicity, and he is certainly the king of Montrose right now. He's got a fantastic record of 10 wins out of 10. And believe me, to remain unbeaten in our highest standard of series we've ever had is nothing short of remarkable. His points total is 637. That's an average, think about it, an average of almost 64 every game. And win or lose today, he stands as one of our best contestants in the last decade. So hats off to #1 seed, Scott Mearns. OK, well, we'll have a word with these two when it's all over. But now, to Dictionary Corner. And on this special day, what can I say about them? Well, after getting pokies in yesterday's semi-final, our G of the D used his get-out-of-jail-free card to come and officiate in this, his first ever final. Now, he is ably assisted by Catherine Clark, who is, quite frankly, an island of calm and unflappability in this vowel weather. Welcome, the master of pomp, whatever the circumstance, Rick Wakeman and Catherine Clark. Well, Rick, you've done a few things in your career, haven't you? But you've never been to a Countdown final, and you've never been to a final like this one.
I said to Catherine earlier that of all the concerts and festivals and things that I've done, I can't think of anything I'd rather do on Christmas Day than be here. I'm knocked out, especially with these two guys. And can we say, from Dictionary Corner, because we didn't get the chance to wish everybody a happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
OK, now you've had the chance. OK, and Catherine, good to see you. When you first came on all those years ago, we called you Snow White, and you still look like Snow. Isn't she sweet?
Not quite so snowy.
You haven't drifted, have you?
I won't answer that one.
OK, just to remind you, of course, we have 14 rounds in this. It's a longer programme. Don't worry, I'll guide you through the various rounds as we go, different order. And what's at stake? Well, of course, the Countdown title, which is, of course, great to have. But this is the prize, everybody. There it is. Magnificent 20-volume edition of the Oxford English Dictionary, leather-bound, gold-embossed, a real collector's item. And believe me, there aren't so many of those around. But one of these two will walk off with that today. Or won't walk off. We'll get it sent to them by Pantechnicon. Here we go. Scott Mearns, #1 seed. Simon Cooper, our #3 seed. First round is a letters game, and Scott's going to start.
Merry Christmas, Carol.
And you too, Scott.
Could I start with a consonant, please?
You can. S.
Consonant.
M.
Consonant.
R.
Vowel.
E.
Another vowel.
O.
Consonant.
L.
Consonant.
T.
Vowel.
I.
And a vowel, please.
And a vowel.
Yes, please.
And A.
OK, first countdown of the final starts now. OK, Scott.
I'll try a 9.
OK, well, we're trying a 9 now then, Simon.
No, 8.
An 8. Well, hear the 8 then.
Moralist.
Now, you're 9, Scott.
Mortalise.
Mortalise.
We don't actually have something... Mortalise is not a verb, I'm afraid, in the dictionary, so I have to disallow that.
Cannot do mortalise. Sorry. What have you got?
Well, that's it. I mean, moralist is great for 8.
Yeah.
Certainly can't beat the 8.
No.
But mortalise does sound like it's a word, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know if it does, actually. Immortalise, perhaps. I don't know. But it's not. I'm sorry, it's not. You know the rules. If you don't know, if you haven't watched this programme before, the word's got to be in the concise Oxford Dictionary, and everyone knows that. That's the rule. And if it's not in, I'm afraid, nil point. OK. Right, Simon's letters game.
Hi, Carol. Start with a consonant, please.
You start with a consonant, Simon. G.
And another one.
N.
And another one.
D.
And a fourth.
And P.
And a fifth.
N.
And a vowel.
E.
And another vowel.
U.
And another vowel.
Dramatic. I.
And another consonant, please.
And a consonant, thank you. And C.
OK, round 2 starting. The countdown is on.